Sukh and Dukh are two terms from the Sanskrit language, often used in Indian philosophy and spirituality, particularly in the context of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. They represent the concepts of happiness or pleasure, Sukh, and suffering or pain, Dukh. These terms are used to describe the duality of human experiences and the fluctuations between positive and negative states of being. Here is a detailed explanation of Sukh dukh. Sukh, translated as happiness or pleasure, refers to a state of well-being, contentment, or joy. It is a positive emotional and mental state that is often associated with feelings of satisfaction, fulfillment, and harmony. Sukh can be derived from various aspects of life, including physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual dimensions. It is often sought after and considered a desirable state. Physical sukhas are related to bodily sensations and experiences that bring pleasure or comfort. These can include enjoyable tastes, pleasant scents, physical comfort, sexual pleasure, and the absence of physical pain or discomfort. Emotional sukhas are derived from positive emotional states such as love, compassion, gratitude, joy, and contentment. These emotions are often associated with harmonious relationships, fulfilling connections with others, and a sense of inner peace and happiness. Intellectual sukhas are experienced through cognitive stimulation and satisfaction. These can include gaining knowledge, learning new skills, solving problems, engaging in creative pursuits, or experiencing a sense of intellectual accomplishment. Spiritual sukhas are related to experiences that transcend the material world and connect with a deeper sense of purpose, meaning, and spiritual fulfillment. These can include moments of insight, meditation, self-realization, a sense of oneness with the universe, or a deep connection with a higher power or divine essence. Dukh, translated as suffering or pain, represents the opposite of sukha and refers to a state of dissatisfaction, discontentment, or distress. Dukh is the experience of physical, emotional, or psychological discomfort, hardship, or adversity. It is an inherent part of the human condition and can arise from various causes, including loss, illness, disappointment, frustration, or unfulfilled desires. Physical dukhas are related to bodily pain, discomfort, or illness. These can include physical injuries, illnesses, diseases, sensory discomforts, and the experience of aging or physical deterioration. Emotional dukhas arise from negative emotional states such as sadness, anger, fear, grief, or loneliness. These emotions can stem from personal losses, relationship conflicts, unmet expectations, or a general sense of dissatisfaction or disconnection. Intellectual dukhas can arise from mental challenges, confusion, or the inability to understand or comprehend certain aspects of life. They can include feelings of intellectual stagnation, being overwhelmed by complexity, or the inability to find answers or solutions to problems. Spiritual dukhas can arise from a sense of spiritual emptiness, disconnection, or a lack of purpose or meaning in life. These can include feelings of existential angst, spiritual crises, or a sense of being disconnected from one's inner self or spiritual path. Sukh and Dukh as impermanent states. In Indian philosophy, both Sukh and Dukh are considered impermanent and transient. They are seen as part of the ever-changing nature of existence. The understanding is that neither pleasure nor pain lasts forever, and clinging to or attaching oneself excessively to either state can lead to suffering. The goal is to develop equanimity and acceptance of the fluctuating nature of Sukh and Dukh. Sukh and Dukh as two sides of the same coin. Sukh and Dukh are often seen as interconnected and inseparable. They are considered complementary aspects of life. It is believed that experiencing Dukh can deepen one's appreciation for Sukh, as going through pain can lead to a greater understanding and gratitude for moments of happiness. Similarly, experiencing Sukh can enhance one's resilience and ability to cope with Dukh. The cycle of Sukh and Dukh. The concept of Sukh dukh is often linked to the concept of samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth in Indian philosophies. It is believed that all beings go through a continuous cycle of experiencing Sukh and Dukh in various forms as they progress through different lives. Breaking free from this cycle and attaining liberation, moksha, is considered a central goal in spiritual practices. Sukh and Dukh in ethical considerations. Sukh and Dukh also play a role in ethical considerations and moral decision making. In many philosophical traditions, the pursuit of Sukh is not seen as the ultimate aim of life. Instead, it is emphasized that actions should be guided by principles that minimize Dukh for oneself and others. Compassion, empathy, and the alleviation of suffering are seen as important virtues. Overcoming Dukh. Various spiritual and philosophical traditions offer guidance on how to deal with Dukh and find lasting peace and happiness. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, self-inquiry, and cultivating virtues like contentment, detachment, and acceptance are often recommended. The idea is to develop an inner state that remains undisturbed by the ups and downs of life, finding a deeper sense of well-being beyond temporary pleasures and pains. It is important to note that the understanding and interpretations of Sukh and Dukh can vary across different philosophical, religious, and cultural contexts. The concepts are nuanced and complex, and individuals may have their own perspectives and experiences related to these concepts based on their personal beliefs and cultural backgrounds. In summary, Sukh dukh represents the duality of human experiences and the interplay between happiness and suffering. It acknowledges that life is a mixture of positive and negative experiences, and the pursuit of Sukha and the alleviation of Dukha are important aspects of human existence and spiritual growth. Both Sukha and Dukha contribute to our understanding of ourselves, our relationships, and the nature of reality.